Hi, I welcome you all in this unique initiative by YuktMind, wherein we are covering a daily newspaper that is the Hindu within just 10 minutes. So let's get started with today's newspaper. So the first news is another unfortunate incident of terrorism. Five Indian soldiers were killed and another injured in a major militant attack in the Pir Panjal Valley's Poonch district in the Jammu province. So the second news is about unique initiative of Chhattisgarh government, wherein the Chhattisgarh government will be providing funds to panchayat to celebrate local festivals. Under the scheme, rupees 10,000 will be given to every gram panchayat in two installments to celebrate local festivals. The aim is of preserving and promoting local festivals, culture, and tradition of rural areas. So the third news is about use of technology to save lives. You can quote it in your mains answer. It's about how Kerala is using AI enabled cameras to reduce fatalities. That is a statewide network of 726 artificial intelligence enabled surveillance cameras in Kerala will be used to minimize fatalities due to road accidents and check traffic rule violations. The fourth news is about an olive branch effect of Beijing Accord. Beijing Accord, which has been moderated by China between Saudi Arabia and Iran. So, just over a month after the Beijing Accord restored ties between Iran and Saudi Arabia, the regional landscape is witnessing not war, death, or destruction, but ministers and diplomats dashing from one capital to another to discuss initiatives to promote political and economic cooperation. In it, the foreign ministers of Iran and Saudi Arabia have met in Beijing to discuss the details of mending their relations, that is, opening embassies, operating direct flights, and facilitating issues of visas. Saudi and Omani diplomats have been in Sana'a, capital of Yemen, to discuss the terms of ceasefire in Yemen. So basically, what this Beijing Accord has done is the Syria the Syrian president, that is Bashar al-Assad, who has been isolated for a decade, has been a welcome guest in Oman and UAE, while the Syrian foreign minister has visited Egypt and Saudi Arabia. So there is reduction in conflict between Saudi Arabia and Syria here. So diplomacy has replaced conflict across West Asia, with foreign policy decisions being made independently of American wishes. So America used to be a major player here. Now it has receded back, whereas China has stepped in and is becoming a major player here. So let me give you a brief background of Syria. In 2011, when civil strife broke out in Syria following street protests, Saudi Arabia led the Arab efforts to isolate the regime of President Bashar al-Assad of Syria and expel the country from Arab League. So basically, Syria is a Sunni majority country governed by a Shia government, whereas the Arab countries are favoring the Sunni majority, whereas Iran, being a Shia country, is favoring President Bashar al Assad. So the conflict is between Shia and Sunni factions. So the fifth news is about India's fighter jet conundrum. The Indian Air Force is trying to keep up its strength of fighter squadrons as its fleet struggles with gradual phase out of existing jets as well as delays in the order and procurement of new jets. So basically, a fighter squadron consists of 18 fighter jets. So it is also placing much hope in indigenously manufactured aircraft. Against the sanctioned strength of 42 fighter squadrons, we are today at 31 squadrons. So, how are we trying to tackle this problem? The bulk of the heft to arrest the drawdown and ensure it doesn't fall below 29 squadrons rest on the 83 light combat aircraft, which is Tejas, which is being developed by DRDO, and it's MK1A, LCA MK2, and multi-role fighter aircrafts, which are in short called MRFA. India has an ambitious plan lined up for the acquisition of over 500 fighter jets, a bulk of them to be indigenously designed and manufactured, with the majority of them being for the Indian Air Force. However, these are at various stages of development. Their manufacturing and timely deliveries are critical for India's security. The LCA, which is the fulcrum of Indigenous Jet Development Program, originally intended as MiG-21 replacement, has seen a series of delays and has now come back on track. So, Ministry of Health has planned a unique initiative, which will be a pilot project to start with. It proposes 100 food streets across country to promote hygiene and safety. The Health Ministry, in collaboration with the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, has asked state and union territories to develop 100 food streets in 100 districts across the country. The aim of this project is to encourage safe and healthy practices to reduce foodborne illness and improve overall health outcomes. The initiative is being taken up as a pilot project to create an example for best practices for food business. So, safe food practices would not only boost the Eat Right campaign of Government of India and food safety, but also improve the hygiene credibility of local food businesses. Other benefits would include local employment opportunities, improvement in tourism potential, and a boost to the economy. Now, the seventh news is about Indian Air Force to join multilateral exercise in Greece. The Indian Air Force will be participating in exercise INI COS 23, a multinational air exercise hosted by Greece Air Force from April 24 to May 4. This will be the third exercise that Indian Air Force will be taking part in simultaneously. The first exercise is COPE India with the US, which is underway at the Kalai Kunda, and four Rafale fighters are taking part in the multilateral exercise Orion, hosted by France. Thank you for watching this video. You can visit us at www.yuktmind.com. You can also follow us on our Twitter handle, Instagram ID, and Telegram channel. And please remember, there's more where it came from. So I'll see you in the next video.